Why did I think I could do this 29 weeks pregnant? Like, it has been a challenge. Hi, my name's Jodie and welcome back to a new video. So today's video is a pretty exciting one, and that is a huge library refresh slash bookshelf reorganisation. So in this video, we are going to be building some new bookshelves. If you watch my videos regularly, you will notice that there is a big blank wall behind me, which is usually filled with black bookshelves. Now, I have since gotten rid of the black shelves and I am replacing them with some new ones. So I did originally have the black Billy bookshelves with extension backs on. I had 2 of the square sized ones and then the regular ones. I had 3 of those. So I've essentially ordered the exact same shelves again, just in a different colour. So I don't have the extension packs for those because they were out of stock at the time of ordering them. So I will have to repurchase those at some point. But I was toying up getting white ones to match my white ones I have here, and I have white ones here. But I wanted something different, and I have looked online for various different shelves. I almost bought mint green ones and various other ones, but I decided just to stick with the Billy ones so at least they match, but go for a different colour. Now, the reason I got rid of the black ones is because this room only has a small window, so it doesn't get a lot of daylight, and the black shelves were just making that area very, very dark, and I just wanted something to brighten it up. So rather than getting white, I decided to go for the oak ones because I wanted something different, but I also wanted something that was really light in colour. So I did decide to get those. There's a girl on TikTok who has them, and she has like this white, like almost looks like a terrarium thing on it, and I just loved how they looked. I will link her TikTok down below, I'll pop it on screen here. But I really, really liked how they looked. And I really want to get something like that little white thing she has. I don't know what it's called. I don't know if I'll put a picture on, you guys know what I mean. But it looks so cool. So yeah, I thought I'd go for the oak ones, just something a little bit different. One of them I have got with cupboard doors on because I no longer have an office because it's becoming a nursery. So I needed the storage. So I did get that. And then I also purchased a new desk. So I have this big L-shaped one here, which I am going to be getting rid of. And I've gotten a much smaller one to go over there because I just need to conserve space. I also have a brand new huge reading chair which is behind me, which will be going in a different spot, and we'll be setting up a cozy reading nook. And I also have a new desk chair. So yeah, there is lots to be done. We need to build the new shelves, build the new desk, set up the new desk space, set up the cozy reading nook with the new reading chair. We also need to do a huge bookshelf reorganisation and just get this room looking cute. I also got a new rug for this room. I've got this great big one that is like white and pink. It is so cute. So we're also going to do that and just give this room a little bit of a makeover and a refresh, and I'm very, very excited. I bought some cute little things to put on the shelves, and I just cannot wait to have this room back to normal so that I can use it again. So yes, and make sure you do stay until the end of the video to be able to see the whole transformation process. But this intro is probably long enough now. I'm gonna go. I am gonna film as much of this as I can. Just in case you didn't know, I am currently pregnant, which makes it really difficult to build, you know, I think, how many bookshelves have I ordered? I think 5, as well as a desk. So it's a lot. So my lovely nan has kindly volunteered to help me build the bookshelves and to sort this room out. Jamie, my partner, would normally help, but he is working and he literally doesn't have the time. He still has our baby's nursery to work on and stuff. So my lovely nan is very kindly volunteered to help. So you will probably be seeing her in this video as well, just because I physically cannot do this on my own at the moment. But yeah, I am going to be filming as much of the process as I can, giving you guys updates, and I'm just so excited to see it all come together. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and yeah, let's crack on with the library transformation. quick update on the progress of the new bookshelves. So I haven't filmed a ton because honestly, why did I think I could do this 29 weeks pregnant? Like, it has been a challenge. I did manage to build an entire one of these last night on my own, which I'm very proud of myself for doing that. But it took me a while. Like, getting them up the stairs was so hard. But we now have 3 built so far. So my nan is here again today, and we've just built this one. And then we have one more bookshelf to build. I have some doors to put on one of these shelves to give me like storage for all my office stuff that I've moved out of what will be the nursery room. So I need to decide which shelf I want to put them on. It's either going to be this one here or this middle one, because I have another bookshelf which will go here. So I need to decide which of those two I want to put the doors on. And then we have my new desk to build and set up, and then we will have to move around the room again. So if I just show you guys the mess behind me, and this is what my library currently looks like. It is a mess. So this is my big love seat couch. It doesn't look very nice there, but it will do when I've set up like a nice cozy nook. Don't get me wrong, it fits perfectly in the window and it's really nice, and Frankie is very much enjoying being able to look outside. But if I sit here to film, it will be backlighted because the window will be behind me, which I know sounds silly, but because I do like filming as part of my job, I kind of need like no backlighting. So I don't think it's going to stay there. It might maybe be moved around so that it goes that way, or maybe like opposite way so it's against there, but it will be covering some of my shelves. Or I might actually put it back over this way in front of these shelves. I haven't yet decided, but that is to be done today. But this is how they're looking at the moment. And then these are all books which I can't like move yet because these were what was on the shelves. So this is the new rug that I got. It's like this really nice pink and white one. It does need like properly smoothed out and probably do with like a little hoover. But yeah, this is currently the state of the room. It is such a mess. We also do have a Lila here who's supervising this. But yeah, so this is the current state of the room. But one more shelf to build, a desk to build, and the doors to do. But they are looking nice. I really like them. I just think they brighten up this corner. I still need extension packs for up here because I have extension packs in all my other shelves. However, they are sold out online and in all IKEA stores at the moment. So I don't know when I'll be able to get them, but I think I'll probably still put books like along the top anyway for now. But I will definitely get extension packs at some point. But yeah, the desk is either going to go here in front of this shelf, or it's going to go in the window there. I just don't know yet. We're going to have to move things around once they're all built. But yes, that is the update for now. We're going to take a bit of a break because we need to pop out, and then we will carry on building the rest this afternoon. I'm just so excited to get this room done again so I can actually use it and sit in it and just be really excited about it. So yeah, I think when Jamie gets home from work tonight, he's going to actually attach these to the wall, and I also do need to screw some of them together because my floors are uneven. This is what happens. So the bottom is like flush almost, but this bit isn't. So like it needs to be like nailed up like that, if you see what I mean. And then these are going to need nailed together and so on. So Jamie's going to do that tonight when he's back from work because I do not trust myself with his drill to do that. But yeah, I really, really like them. So the shelves are all built and I'm so excited. So I didn't end up filming like the entirety of us putting the shelves together, because yeah, it was not a sight for your eyes, put it that way. Doing this while pregnant was probably not the best idea, but we got there, so thanks to my lovely nan who helped me. The shelves are all up, the doors are on this shelf in the corner, my desk is built, and I have mostly set up everything on my desk. I spent a lot of yesterday kind of clearing through like office supplies that I had, organising the cupboard and the desk and stuff, so once the room is back to normal, I'll give you guys a little tour of those things towards the end of the video. But yeah, basically we now need to reorganise my books, get all the books on the shelves. So not all the books that I had originally on the black shelves will be going back on here. I'm going to be putting some of those probably onto my white bookcases. And I think my plan, now I call it a plan, I don't really have one, but the general like idea and vibe we're going for is pretty and favourites. So I will mostly just be popping like some of my favourite special editions on here, some of my favourite books, a lot of like my romanticy indie paperbacks I think, and maybe some of my indie hardbacks, and just that sort of things. This shelf is just purely vibes. And I'm very, very excited. Now I do have a few less shelves to work with because obviously I didn't have the extension packs. I'll probably still put books on top anyway, but we lose those, and then I've lost 3 shelves from the cupboard doors I put on this one. So we are limited in space to an extent, but I'm hoping everything will fit on. I'm not going to completely reorganise my white shelves or anything like that in here, just these ones, and then whatever's left over we will reorganise onto the other shelves, and if we have to jig some stuff around, so be it. And then once that's done, we can get the reading chair over here, we can get this cozy little nook set up, and have the library room just back to normal, looking nice and refreshed and all cute and cozy. So I'm very, very excited. I've made myself a huge decaf coffee and I'm ready to get the books onto the shelves. So the books are finally all on the shelves and they do look really good. I'm really happy with them. I say they're all on the shelves, I still need to do all of the stacks that are still on the floor for the white shelves. But these shelves are done, so I'll give you guys a quick little tour. And then we're going to set up like the reading nook with the reading chair and stuff. So yeah, I'll give you a mini bookshelf tour of this one. So this is the cupboard that obviously has the cabinet in. Not cabinet, doors even. And this is all I've got inside, so you can tell I have a problem when it comes to candles. I do have a discount code for these ones here, which I highly recommend. These are my favourite. All of these ones are all from the same company. So it's Lena Bookish Flames candles. I have a discount code, I'll link it down below in the description. But these are like all of my candles. And then this is like some like Bookish art prints are in these photo albums. This is like random stuff. And then we have like crafty supplies, lights and book sleeves. So that's just to keep like all of my bits and bobs in. But I realised the candle collection is quite unhinged. So I've got my little light here, my little jelly cat. So all of these I think are Fairy Loot. All of this is Fairy Loot except that's Lock Library. And this one's just the like deluxe edition of Heavenly Bodies. But I went for like a nice goldy kind of theme. And I think it looks really nice. And then we have this fantasy series which I still haven't read, but I think it's vampires. It's on see. Need to read it. I got these as a present for myself when I left Waterstones as a bookseller. These were like what I got with my final 50% off discount because they're how expensive. So I do want to read these soon. If you have read them, let me know what your thoughts are on them. But I just thought. So this is one end of the bookends, the butterfly ones. I saw these in TK Maxx a while ago and really wanted them, and my nan kindly got me them. And yeah, so I got one half here and I really like how they look. I feel like they look really cute with this. And then we have like some silvery kind of tones on this one. So this is the Fairy edition of The Night and the Moth, which I'm obsessed with. Like I love it so much and I just feel like these match perfectly. This is also a special edition of The Witch Collector, which I did read last year. I didn't love it, but I'd already pre-ordered this. But it has these really cool holographic edges. And then we have my Quicksilver editions. I think one of these is signed, and then I have like the reverse jacket. I love this book so much. Up here is like kind of random. So we have my 3 copies of Nightshade, which I'm obsessed with. If you haven't read this book yet, go and read it. I love it. So this is the one that I pre-ordered and it is signed and personalised, which I love. And yeah, I gave this 5 stars. One of my new favourite reads. And then I have 2 copies of the Works edition because I wanted to be able to like have them like this. So love those. I recently got this, haven't read it yet, but I loved Lights Out. This is like dark romance. This is also dark romance. Really enjoyed this. We have some romantasy books here, which are like dark romantasy. So that shelf's kind of random, but I do like it. Then on the top, I just have this really random basket of like random stuff, and it's a little ghosty and a vase. And then we have my Twilight set, an Axel set, and a light box there. Then on this side we've got some more fantasy, we've got Lightlock, more Lightlock, more fantasy. Then here we have my Throne of Glass shrine. I do have a lot of these. I have an entire bookcase. I own several different sets of each of Sarah J Maas's books, but this is one of my faves, so I can't remember exactly where this is from. Like I said, I have so many. I want to say it's a Touch of Magic Designs, but it might not be. I don't think it says anywhere on the dust jacket. But if I remember, I will link them down below. But I love these editions. I think the art is unreal. I love this. And I have this, which is from Fairy Loot. I just think it like looks really nice. It's just a bookend. Then I have the collector's editions of Throne of Glass. I have both of them. And then I have these replica Throne of Glass letter opener swords, which I just keep here because I really like how it looks. And then on the shelf below, we have some different special editions. So we have the Fortuna Sworn series. These are the Fairy Loot editions, the Powerless series by Fairy Loot, my Fairy Loot When the Moon Hatched copy, which is one of my favourite special editions of all time. I just love pastel colours. These are also Fairy Loot books. I can't remember what this series is called. I haven't read it yet. I'm trying to move out of the way of the shadows, but it's this series. And yeah, I think they might maybe still be available on Fairy Loot's website. I could be wrong. And we just have some more fantasy hardbacks here. Down here is fantasy. So we have these, which I think it's Bluey Boo. Did these just jackets? I'll link them down below if I can find them, but I love them. Stunning. These, I think by Perfectly Edged, these are Fourth Wing as well. Fairy Loot, the special edition hardbacks of the Powerless series. This is a Fairy Loot Romancy book. This is the Half King. I love this so much. And then the fairy editions of the Married to Magic series by Elise Cover, which are beautiful. These are still available on the Fairy Trove if you wanted to snag them. Like, look how gorgeous these are. They are absolutely beautiful. My camera doesn't want to focus, but trust me when I say you need these on your shelf, and they're just such fun reads. Then down here is random. So these are probably going to mostly be covered by my reading chair, which I'm not too bothered about. So I have like some classics, literary fiction, more classics, and then we have these here. So I love this series. Still haven't read this one because I'm putting it off because I don't want it to be over. But I love Thomas Cresswell. He's one of my book boyfriends. But I have that series by Carrie Maniscalco. If you love the Kingdom of the Wicked series, read this series. This is her best series, I think. I've only read this book in this series, but I do want to read these. These are great if you want a book that has vampires in, but like the vampires aren't the main focus necessarily. Some S.T. Gibson. Then down here we have some Brandon Sanderson, and then all of my like thrillers are down here. And then here is graphic novels. We've got manhwa, mangas, literary fiction, random stuff. And then moving up again, you're not really going to see this shelf, but this is just like witchy rom-coms there. We've got my indie paperback of Diary of Blood, one of my favourite books of all time. The Discovery Witches series, which I annotated the crap out of. I've only read the first book of that, still need to continue. So random fantasy hardbacks and a sci-fi one. Then we have one of my favourite shelves, which is my indie romantasy paperbacks. I love an indie paperback, so these are just some of the ones that I have. I just love having them all together. They look so cute together. Then moving up to one of my favourite shelves is this one. So this has my Illumicrate, I'm pretty sure these are by Illumicrate Akatar, but this is the back because I just love this with the moon. It's so pretty. And then I have the other end of the bookend. We have the Fairy Loot Heavenly Bodies, The Night and the Moth, Fairy Loot Folk of the Air series here, my TBR jar, and then just a replica sword for the series. And I really like the vibes of this shelf. I think it looks so cute. We have my Sprayed Edge romance shelf. These are all Fairy Loot editions, all romance books. Dreamland Billionaires, Ashley Poston, we've got Chestnut Springs, Twisted series, Mariana Zapata, Lucy Score, so lots of different ones there. I love all these together, and I love pastels, so I just feel like these look really cute amongst some of the darker books. Then up here we have some Cassandra Clare books, My Fairy Loot Crimson Moth, I love this book so much. Then we have various special editions. I think all these are Waterstones except this one's a Dutch edition of Fear the Flame. Then we have some more Illumicrate, Waterstones, and I think that's what all of these edges are. Fairy Loot editions of these books, they're stunning. More romantasy paperbacks that I really want to read, and I have read some of them, but there's quite a few on the shelf that I haven't read, like these ones, which I cannot wait to get to. One of my all-time favourites, the indie paperback of Fear the Flames. Love that book so much. We have my Twisted Sisters shelf, so we have the stunning special edition of Zodiac Academy, Obsessed. We have the books here. I still need to get the 9th paperback, and then we also have these and these two here, so love those. Then moving on, we have more romantasy indie hardbacks here. The Fairy Loot edition of Rose and Chains. I think this one's the Illumicrate edition. This is the Waterstones edition. And then more fantasy hardbacks. Then moving on to this shelf, it's all Fairy Loot. So the Fairy Loot editions of Crescent City. Stunning. I've switched them around to the backs because I love these quotes. Then we have these editions here of all the Margaret Rogerson books. Immortal Dark, and then we've got the Plated Prisoner, the first 3 books there. And then the bottom shelf is more indie hardbacks, and these are all romantasy, so I love my indies. Top we have another Throne of Glass set. I can't remember the artist for these either, but I had to display them and I love them. So yeah, I've gone through that quite quickly because my camera's flashing at me, it's gonna die. But this is what it's looking like. So for now, we just need to go and move the reading chair over here, set up the reading nook. Then I need to tidy the rest of the library, put all my other books on the white shelves, and then we are done, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to have a break for now and charge my camera, and then I'll come back and we will continue setting up the library. But I love how the shelves are looking so far. They are looking so good. Okay, hi guys. So it is now time to create the cozy reading nook, and I'm very excited because I got a new reading chair about a month ago, and I have wanted a chair like this for so long. Something that was much bigger and just really comfy. And I plan on spending a lot of time in this room when baby girl is here, so she will be able to sit on it with me, which will be really nice. But yeah, we're going to set up the cozy reading space, and then all that's left to do is just to put any remaining book stacks onto my white shelves, because I have some empty shelf space on there. So that is the plan. And then this room will finally be complete, and I'm so excited to show you guys the final result. So let's get to building the reading nook. Okay, hi guys, so it's a bit later and it's still disgustingly hot, like it's 30 degrees. I'm not having a good time, but we have set up the cozy reading nook. Now all that's left to do is just sort these white shelves. So I just have a few stacks of books that were left over that I need to put onto these shelves. So we're going to do that and move a couple of bits around. I'm not doing a full reorganise of these shelves, but just getting all the other stuff on. So that's what we're going to do, and then the library is finally finished, which I'm so happy about. So yeah, I think I'm going to start an audiobook because I did download a few new ones the other day. So we have a few different options, but I think I'm going to start Caught Up by Nevessa Allen because I've been so excited to read that book, and I really enjoyed Lights Out, and I have heard some mixed things about Caught Up. But most people have said that if you go into it expecting something different than Lights Out, you'll enjoy it because it's very different to Lights Out. And obviously it does follow a different character. I can't remember his name, I can't remember if it's like Nico or something. But it follows a character from Lights Out, but it's very different to Lights Out, if that makes sense. So I think we'll probably start that while we do this. It shouldn't take me long, I'm hoping it's only going to take me like 10-15 minutes. And then I can just chill, relax and read because it is so hot in here. But yes, let's get to doing some bookshelf reorganisation and listening to a new audiobook. So the bookshelf organisation and library room is now complete. I am honestly so relieved that it's finally done, and I just love it so much. It doesn't look great because it's quite darker outside now, so it's hard to like see how nice it is in the background. It's looking a little yellow in my viewfinder, but I promise you it looks so good. I am so happy that I got the lighter coloured shelves to brighten up this space because the black shelves are really just making it so much darker, and I think not having the extension packs on top is also helping with the feel and size of the room. And I love my new rug, I love my new desk and desk chair. Everything is just so much nicer in here. I am so excited now to spend time in here. This room has been a mess for months while we are renovating the rest of our house, and while I've just been in the middle of sorting different things out. So I'm so excited to finally use this space again and for it to feel nice and open and refreshed and just more me, and I just love it so much. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I really hoped you enjoyed seeing the process of building the new shelves, organising the books on them, the cozy reading nook, my desk and everything else. I'm just so happy with this room and how everything turned out. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. Let me know how you organise your books. Do you do like sprayed edges out or spine on or whatever? I love any like ideas you guys have, because I'm always looking for new ways to display my books, because I have so many beautiful editions that I just want to have out on display. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and anything I've mentioned you'll find linked in the description box. You will also find a link to my Patreon, and that's where you're going to find early access to videos such as this one and exclusive content and so much more. It's all over my Patreon. You'll also find all my social media links down below as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're all safe and well. I hope you're reading lots of good books, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!